And welcome back to Crypto Hulk program. You know, we've got a lot of weird shit going on. That's why I got the bullshit meter here.
That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic. That bullshit is toxic.
I'll tell you something. So I've been talking to a lot of the members on the phone, and I'm telling them this. 4 years ago, if we had all the news, like I'm telling you what, I'm reading about crypto adoption, so much crypto adoption. 3-4 years ago, you'd have all these crypto, you'd have HBAR right now at $20, $50. You'd have Canton coin at like 100. Ripple would probably be like at $500 by now, right? But I want you to notice something. With it almost is like this. That's why I have to hit the bullshit meter. It's almost like the more crypto news we get, the prices keep dumping. That's how I know there's something going on, okay? I'm not discouraged at all. I'm watching it humorously, buying good crypto as cheap as I can. I was talking to somebody and I'm like, you know what? 3-4 years ago, if every day, see, when I started Crypto Hulk, all my news would be from like years ago. And now all my news, little by little, but all my news now is from like today, yesterday. I mean, I don't need to go back 5 years anymore. I mean, all this shit, Tether is now hooked up with Africa and Kenya, helping their Securities Exchange Commission. Are you? Does that make any fucking sense? You got Tether, crypto, integrated, past tense, integrated into the Nairobi Stock Exchange, for God's sakes, right? And what Tether is going to do is help educate the country, get all the crypto on board, so people in that country can buy and sell using Tether on their stock market. I'm like, what? And these prices keep dumping. That's why I got the damn bullshit meter, okay? I want you guys to see this. There's something going on, and they're using dark pools and private ledgers. And in one way, it's discouraging, but another way, it's actually a beautiful thing. So what do? We make lemonade out of lemons. And then we sell that shit later when people start getting really thirsty. I got a whole lot of lemonade I could sell and dump on people. That's why I'm getting millions of some of these cryptos. I'm getting millions and millions and millions. Because when these fools rush in, I'm getting rich. Okay, that's how I'm doing this thing. I'm going to be able to be a whale and just dump whenever I want. Okay? That's what we're doing here. We're going to be going over this today. Real world events, and prices keep dumping. See, that doesn't make... See, that's how... when I worked in law enforcement and I performed investigation of crimes... I was never an investigator. That was never my job title, but I did have to investigate crimes. At a certain point, then we turn it over to like the real criminal investigators. So I'd investigate, and but you know what? I would investigate things when my internal bullshit meter would go off. That's how I would know. From when I first started at Kmart as a store detective, catching shoplifters. I'd watch for that shoplifter. That's how I would catch the shoplifter, is that person is different than everybody else. Everybody's wearing shorts and a tank top. This guy's wearing a jacket and pants. The more baggy the jacket, the more baggy the pants. That would be right there. Why is everybody in tank top and shorts and this dude's wearing a coat? Come on, man. Nobody in the store has a bag. Why does he got a bag? Now, what that would do is I pick out the obvious. Why not? Like some of these stores that I'd work in, we'd have mirrors, cameras in the store and different mirrors. And sometimes I go out on the floor and walk around with sunglasses on so they couldn't see my eyes. But again, maybe the criminal's like, why is that guy wearing sunglasses? You know, so it's like that, but I can't have people looking at my eyes because the eyes always give you away. But I would look in the store either through the camera or through the one-way mirrors. And I look at the mirror, two-way mirror, whatever you want to call it, and I'd watch people. And why does that guy keep looking at cameras? Why is he doing this? And then he kind of does one of these. It's like a total giveaway. This dude's trying to steal some shit. Okay. So that started way back in 1992. I started working at Kmart as a store detective. So I was like 22 back then. What I'm seeing in crypto is kind of like the same thing. It's like how, with all this crypto news, and I'm seeing all this adoption, all the adoption we're seeing with Canton coin and all that shit, how are prices dumping with all this crypto adoption? It's not possible. DTCC claims they're going to use Stellar. In the old days, Stellar would be like at $10 right now. Just for something like that, Stellar to $10, $20. Bam, just like that, right? Not nowadays. Nowadays, Stellar probably actually goes down. And I was kind of laughing with this guy. It's kind of like, don't announce anything good with crypto, and then the prices go up. The more they announce crypto adoption, the prices dump. Have you seen this? It's something that gets my attention. There's something going on. That's not possible unless there's manipulation going on. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. We already knew. I've been telling you since 2020, before this crypto takes off, like XRP could be back down at 30 cents again. I said that in 2020. Black Swan. A lot of people believe Black Swan's going to happen. That's a bad economic event. Maybe we've been in a Black Swan for 6 years. I mean, it sure looks like COVID was an attempt to dump the economy. That didn't work. The economy came fighting right back. They did everything. They shut down everything, right? That didn't kill the economies of the world. I mean, it caused some inflation and some shit. And yeah, we got to work more hours but it's like, it almost doesn't make sense, right? That's where the bullshit meter comes in. Every time when I worked in law enforcement, when the bullshit meter's going off, there's problems. That's how I knew something ain't right. Investigate that shit. If that don't look normal, hey, come here. See, that's what's up. If I notice a situation, call a dispatcher, get some assistance. Hey, I'm over here at such and such. I'm going to need 1 or 2 units for assistance. Because I already know some shit. If I'm dealing with somebody and I already got fucking problems and we haven't even barely talked, I need an additional 1 or 2 units. I already know this asshole is going to be a problem. I already fucking know. So that's what I'm seeing with this crypto right here. Let me get into this article. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. Not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about finances or crypto at all. I don't know how I've been running the show so long. Maybe because of the drugs. Yeah, I'm under so many drugs right now. I usually snort 5 pounds of heroin and 10 pounds of coke a day, besides shooting up methamphetamines and benzos and shit like that. So I'm like the last person you'd ever want to take any kind of advice of any kind from. Don't buy what I buy, and don't sell what I tell you to sell. All right. Now, if you're in serious need of drugs, I can have Chucky swing by, and he can drop off pretty much whatever you need. Chucky's got the drug connections here. Copy and a paste. Here's your first article. Now, I want you to see this here. All the people talk about, oh, Tether is a scam, or, okay. Tether's the government. Tether and the Nairobi Securities Exchange, they sign an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. Tether has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Kenya's Nairobi Securities Exchange, detailing plans to explore digital asset education, tokenization, and financial market innovation. Tether made an official agreement with Kenya's Nairobi Exchange. They have plans, and it's going to involve crypto education, tokenizing their stock market, and their financial market innovation. The whole financial market's going to change. Watch what we got going on here. But Crypto Hulk, I thought crypto was bad. No, it's not bad. Your government was just lying to you. Tether and the Nairobi Stock Exchange propose an investor. Oh, here they go. Here they go. They're getting it all set up. An investor education program in which training sessions, workshops, and other knowledge transfer initiatives can take place, as both firms hope to, quote, build awareness and participation through digital assets. They're getting all these people hooked up, everybody. Now notice, all the brokey countries will go first. All the early Ripple partners, they got them all hooked up first, okay? You got to get these slow pokes hooked up. This is what we're seeing right here. Now, with all this crypto news, every day the price is just, boo. That's manipulation right there, okay? Something's going on that we can't see. Private ledgers, dark pools, okay? That's how they're doing all of this. Additionally, Tether and the Nairobi Stock Exchange aim to design and pilot onboarding flows. They're working right now. Tether is working right now to flip Kenya into crypto, okay? They're going to have anti-money laundering, know your customer, all these things. It's going to be legal beagle. Another aspect of the joint initiative is the potential development of real world asset tokenization. You know, I said it's two things we got to have before we get rich: global crypto laws and regulations and global tokenization. Those are the two things. If you don't got that, shit ain't going to happen. What are we looking at right here? They're going to definitely start tokenizing, and eventually Kenya will have to have their real world crypto laws because their stock market's going crypto and all their markets are. So we're watching this right now unfold. I don't know when all this stuff goes down, everybody, but I'm showing you that it will go down. I don't have a date and a time, but right now they're getting them all hooked up. It's like this thing that's moving very slowly. And if you're just staring at it, it looks like it's not moving. But if you look somewhere else, wait 5 or 10 minutes, and you look over again, hey, that person moved. That's how crypto is going right now. It looks like it's moving slowly or not going anywhere. Oh, it is. Look 2 years ago and look to today. Today's news, my show, all my news is like a day old. I don't need to look back 3 years anymore, 5 years ago. I verify relationships now by doing that, but now my news is shit that happened today or yesterday. I don't need to look back. Yeah, way back in 2014, Ripple did this. Like, those, I don't have time for that anymore. I've got real world news just like this, where we have a country that is now going to tokenize the fuck out of everything. This is massive right here. Both parties will also assess Tether stablecoin, the USD Tether, for viability as a potential digital settlement infrastructure layer. Oh, I kind of see what's going on. You get them hooked up with crypto using Tether, and then you flip it into something else. Oh, no, that makes sense. So people are looking, and it's not Ripple, and it's not this. And no one wants to pay attention on that shit. Then all of a sudden, one day, bam, runs on the good crypto. All the shit we've been talking about. That's how they're doing this. Look, once you get hooked up with Tether, you can run any of the cryptos, okay? Once you got the crypto rails set up, you can flip from Tether to Ethereum tomorrow or whatever it is. That's what we're seeing right here happen. They're getting all set up right in front of everybody, but they're using Tether. So the brokies and the normies, well, they're using crypto? Oh, that's just Tether. That's nothing. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to pay attention to crypto news. And they go watch dumb shit or whatever they do. I'm watching this closely. Look, if you're dealing with stock exchanges and stuff, we already know what the cryptos are. Canton Coin, XDC, Stellar. We already know what they are. This one is a fake out for the brokies. Oh, Tether, that's only worth $1. I don't need to study what's going around the world. This is a nothing burger. Okay. That's what your parents said when you were born. The guy who runs Tether, we're glad to deepen our collaboration with the Nairobi Securities Exchange to advance practical institutional adoption and technological progress. Our goal is to streamline operations and enable efficient, transparent, accountable, and sustainable processes. By collaborating, now the guy from Nairobi, Frank Mwiti, Mr. Mwiti, by collaborating with Tether, we are exploring innovative technologies that have the potential to modernize market infrastructure. You bet your ass it's going to modernize it, and we're all going to be fucking rich because we're already ahead of the game. Oh, we already know. We already know what cryptos are going to use. We talk about them every day. They ain't using no secret shit we don't know about. That's not possible. They're also going to modernize market infrastructure, enhance operational efficiency, and broaden investor access. They're going to bring all the brokies, everybody. That's how we get rich. We're already here. We're buying. These people have no fucking idea what's coming. And then when that day comes, bam, these motherfuckers start buying that shit, and they are our incoming liquidity. They're all going to make us rich. They're going to come in and buy this shit like crazy, and that's how we get rich. Now, let's look at the deep dive right here. Let me check comments quick, and then I'll go into the deep dive. Tampon Tim is here. Brilliant name. Let's see. Michael Gilbert's like, it's been 82 years and I'm still accumulating. Oh my God, dude, that would be so fucked. Like I always said, if Africa ain't hooked up, ain't nobody getting rich. Okay, that's how we know. So as we're seeing this is positive news. But Africa's got to get hooked up, or ain't shit gonna happen. We are far from it. Okay, deep dive. See what Grok says about all this. Tether signed an MOU with Nairobi Security Exchange to explore digital asset education. This is so good to hear. Securities tokenization. Oh my God, they're going to tokenize their whole fucking securities market. Oh, I love it. F yeah. Blockchain-based market infrastructure. They're going to explore this. Oh my God. Instant atomic settlement. Well, we know it's not Bitcoin or Ethereum. Let's look here. This article, this report Grok gave me shows the history of Tether. I'm not going to get into that. It left out the part where the government started Tether. Key people driving tokenization. Okay, the CEO of Tether and the guy that run. Oh, hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Whoop, whoop. Oh, we got this right here. Oh, nice. Oh, we got him by the balls. Hedera HBAR. Oh, whoop, whoop. Let me do a copy paste, folks. Copy paste. Why? YouTube, if you're listening, can you allow people to copy and paste more than like one fucking sentence? That shit is so played out like an 80-year-old hooker. Look right here. Oh my God. I'm almost ready to pop a boner. Frank Mwiti, the Nairobi Securities Exchange CEO, he's leading the digital strategy. He's previously advanced NSC's Hedera Council membership. Oh, this is fucking HBAR. Oh, I got a stiffy. It's about 3 feet long. Whoa. See, we find out on Crypto Hulk Show, fucking Hedera. The guy running the Nairobi Stock Exchange is on the Hedera Council. Oh, we got him. Don't hurt him. Not bad. Don't hurt him. Thank you, Frankie, baby. Frankie, Mr. Mwiti, Mr. Frank Mwiti on the Hedera Council. Thank you very much for confirming. If you watch Crypto Hulk Show, you're at the right place at the right time. Oh, nice. HBAR. Let me show you that one to make sure you get the right one. You got to go to the Hashpack wallet. Let me look on CoinGecko. Boy, Jove. It's HBAR. And there is your Hedera. Yep, we're calling it, everybody. See, you and me, we know. We're on the right page. You stay on Crypto Hulk channel, I'm going to show you exactly what the fuck. Look, I can't wait. A 3-foot-long stiffy has to be the Guinness Book of World Records. You know, what's that Kid Rock song where little kids like, I'm 3'4" with the 10-foot dick, or what? I can't remember the name of that song, but that's a rookie number. But that's pretty fucking great. Frank Mwiti, the Nairobi Stock Exchange CEO. Oh my God. Previously advanced the Nairobi Stock Exchange Hedera Council membership. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, and guess what? He's also with DeFi Technologies. Wait a second here. Now DeFi Technologies, that's a total government operation. Hold on now. I think I got something here. I might have to pop another boner. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, yep, got him. Oh, we got him. We got Ripple right here. Oh, shit. Give me a minute to verify this. Here's this article. Ripple has a partner called DeFi Technologies right here. Oh, we got them. We got HBAR and Ripple. There's that article right there. You can see it. I asked Grok, I asked Google, does Ripple have a partner called DeFi Technologies? Yes, DeFi Technologies. Let me do a copy paste. Of course, YouTube won't let us do a fucking sentence. That's so fucking broke. Oh, wow. It actually allows me to copy that. There's your proof right here. Yes, DeFi Technologies is connected to Ripple through its subsidiary, Valor Inc. So Ripple has a subsidiary, and they're partners with DeFi Technologies. There you go. Valor Inc. introduced a Ripple exchange-traded product in Europe. So that's an actual company called DeFi Technologies, and they're working with a company called Valor Incorporated Ripple. So there's enough connections there. As we read this Nairobi Stock Exchange shit, we already know it's right now. We got HBAR and Ripple involved in this shit, either directly, indirectly. They're using the tech. They don't need to be partners. They're using the fucking tech. Okay. All right, let's keep going. They're using something called Hadrin, Hadron. It's a no or low code style platform for issuing, managing, and monitoring tokenized assets. Exhaustive chain analysis. The Nairobi Stock Exchange's prior tokenization track. So they have this Nairobi Stock Exchange has prior experience with tokenization with the Hedera Governing Council in October of 2024. The Nairobi Stock Exchange almost 2 years ago hooked up with HBAR to accelerate tokenized securities. Partnerships with DeFi technology. Oh, shit. And Valor. Valor's the Ripple partner right there. This is all, oh my God, we got it right. If you watch my fucking show, just stay close. You're going to be rich. Wow. This is good. See, I told you, look, these motherfuckers, they're not using some magic crypto they just pulled out of their ass, okay? If you watch my show and you're calling me and talking to me, you are keyed right in. You're nice and tight and close. It's not going to slip past you if you stay tight with this channel, all right? The MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, that they both, Tether and Kenya signed, the MOU is explicitly framed around regulatory compliance. That means laws. Two things we got to have to be rich. They got one of them right here. Now they got two. Regulatory compliance. That's crypto laws. I just read to you where for the past almost 2 years, HBAR has been tokenizing with these motherfuckers. We caught them red-handed. Their hand was in the cookie jar, and we fucking caught them, okay? It's around regulatory compliance. That's laws, market integrity, and infrastructure upgrades. Oh, nice. See, in the article, they don't want to talk about nothing about HBAR or Ripple, do they? Nope. That's where I come in to show you. So you know what cryptos, if you want to buy them, buy them. Anchorage Digital, they're mixed up with Tether. So is Cantor Fitzgerald and Deloitte. Deloitte, massive Ripple partner from day one. Deloitte is like the accountant and make sure everything's on the up and up. They look through all the files and all that shit. You got Chainalysis doing the same thing. This thing is all 100% legit. You got Ripple and HBAR and Tether mixed in with this, with Deloitte, Anchorage Digital, Cantor Fitzgerald. You got all the players right there. What is Hadrin? Hadrin is an institutional enterprise real-world asset tokenization engine. Oh, interesting. Let me check on something real quick. Alrighty then. Social media. Okay, here we go. The Memorandum of Understanding sits inside the Nairobi Stock Exchange multi-year digitization track. They've already been digitizing, tokenizing for 2 years now with HBAR, year and a half, almost 2 years. Like 1 year and 9 months. They've been working with HBAR. Their digitization track, Hedera Council, and KDX, some company called KDX. You already got Chainalysis and something called Crystal embedded into what's going on at the Nairobi Stock Exchange. Hadron, Hadron, is a Tether institutional focused real world asset tokenizing platform. So this Hadron is what's going to start tokenizing. Tether has a company called Hadron, and Hadron is going to start tokenizing. Listen to everything, corporate equity and stocks, corporate bonds and government debt, commodities, funds and structured products, stable coins, real estate, fractional, loyalty and reward points, all of these, practically any other asset. Tether, through their company called Hadron, is going to start tokenizing. It acts like a securitize, okay? BlackRock uses securitize. Tether is using Hadron to tokenize everything in their stock market. Hadron is an internal Tether product, not an independent startup. Okay, that's all that I got with that. Okay, let me click out of the Tether stuff. I will check the comment section. We'll go to our next article about how the banks lobby. They have something called the United States of America has a bankers lobby. They're all for the Clarities Act. Okay, we're going to see that here in a minute. All right. Here we go. The only people holding back the Clarities Act in the United States are the Democrats, just saying. Nobody else, not the industry. Nope, just Elizabeth Warren and all those crack pipe smoking Democrats. The banking lobby, the CEO talks Crypto Clarity Act as senators race to pass the bill. Now, I don't usually like getting into hypey stuff, the Clarities Act and shit. The reason I'm going to go over this, and I don't know if it's going to pass, I have no idea. I don't fucking care. Eventually it will. What I wanted to show you, as it's the Democrats' fault, the shit ain't passing. The CEO of the American Bankers Association, this is massive right here. His name is Robert Nichols. Robbie, Bob, Bobby Nichols. He said that the banking lobby wants the Clarity Act to succeed. Are you hearing me? The banking lobby, according to the CEO of the American Bankers Association, they want the Clarity Act to succeed. But small edits of the bill still need to be made. Okay, they basically don't want us to get stablecoin yield. You know what? I was talking to another member earlier, and I'm saying, hey, do you really care about stablecoin yield? And he's like, fuck no. And I'm like, all we want, okay, I'll just tell you what I want. I don't know what you want. Maybe you can leave your comments in the section. Look, all I want is for them to pass this Clarity Act, get crypto going, and I want to be fucking rich. And if I can't make interest off my stable coin, I don't think any of you guys, do you fucking care? I don't care. Let's pass this motherfucking thing. I've been doing this shit for 6 fucking years. I'm tired of trying to deep dive and find all this news. You and me, we already know how this is going to go. We don't know date and time. Pass this fucking bill. I don't give a shit about stablecoin yield. Fuck that. There's something else. That can't be it. Let's pass this shit and just get it done. Look, when I got 20 million bucks, I'm not trying to give a fuck about stablecoin yield. I don't give a shit about that. When I got 20 million bucks, I'm buying a $2 million house. I'll probably go buy a 20-unit apartment complex or some shit like that. Rent that motherfucker out. 1 and 2 bedrooms is where you make the money. I want some brand new shit where it's not going to break and I got to replace everything. I'm telling you. A number of lawmakers are hoping the Clarities Act, which would set in stone crypto regulation. That's codification. I only started telling you guys about the United States Code about 6 years ago. No other crypto program is talking about the United States Code. I got into the Law Code of Hammurabi, and we take that back about 5,000-6,000 years. I gave you a little history on how we had crypto law, how we had laws way back in the Babylonian times. Codification. That's where all this comes from. The United States Code comes from the Law Code of Hammurabi, all the way back then. I said, you guys, 6 years ago, we have no crypto laws. It's not in the United States Code. No other channel's talking about the United States Code, except me. That's usually how it works. But a sticking point of the bill, the Clarities Act, has been related to concerns banking chiefs have over stablecoin yield. Fuck the yield, man. I don't give a shit about the yield. Pass this shit. Nobody on the show let me look at the comments. Who gives a fuck about stablecoin yields? Let me just get a survey. Maybe I'm off. I have no idea. But me and the crypto people I talk to on the phone, they don't give shits about the stablecoin yield. I sort of do. Okay. Fuck the yield, says Mikey Gilbert. Who else? Nope. No yield. Stablecoin yield, says Stu Lavelle, bite me. What about the... Don't care. Okay. John Buchert doesn't care. not John McAfee. There are creative ways to make passive income other than right. That's what I'm saying. If I get 20 million bucks, I'm gonna buy a small apartment complex. That's my fucking passive yield. I don't give a shit about stable coins. Like what? Who the fuck cares about that? I want to be a landlord. I want to own like 20 or 50 unit complex. I don't know if I can get one for like 10 million bucks, but whatever it is, maybe a 20 unit complex, something brand new. Just rent that shit out. There's my passive income right there. Larry Brotherton says no yield. This one person says I'm good either way. Scrim de la Creme says what's a stable coin? Okay, Michael Gilbert says I'm buying an RV park. Oh my God, that's a great idea. Very good idea. I like that idea, maybe better than apartments. Apartment complex can go down. There, where I used to live, in the foothills of the Sierra, there's a little city. I won't mention the name, but right along the freeway, there was like 100 acres of just little hilly land. Nothing was really there. Somebody owned it. It wasn't doing shit for them. I drove by there today. I haven't driven by for like 2 years. Dude, there's like 100 fucking RVs on this property with plugins and shit. I'm like, son of a bitch. Yeah, that motherfucker, whoever owns all that land, it's got to be 100 acres. He opened it up, paved it, and did some stuff. And people park their RVs on there, and he charges them every month. He's got to have 100 sitting out there. I'm like, damn. It's on both sides of the freeway off-ramp. I was like, shit, dude. Yeah, it's in right off Highway 80 where Auburn is. I think it's off of I forgot the name of the exit. Bell Road, I think it is. Bell Road and Highway 80 where Auburn is. It's either that exit or the one in front or behind, but it's all where Dingus McGee's is. It might be somewhere around the old Dingus McGee's, or it's either before that exit or after. Whatever it is, this motherfucker's making serious money, okay? So I might do that shit. Storage units. Yeah, storage units. Shit like that. Like, how much maintenance? You just build this shit. It's not like you got to work on it. Like apartments, yeah, a lot of shit can break down. But I don't know. That's what I'll look into what I'm going to do. I have no idea. $5 million put into government bonds will yield $16,000 a month. Maybe that's what I do. Put $5 million in and live off. I might be able to live off $16,000 a month. It's kind of on the low end for me, but I could probably slum it and do it. All right. Parking lots, laundromats. Okay. Midget strip club. So that's the banking lobby. Okay, next, that was the banks, the banking lobby. So all the banks in the country, they're okay with the Clarities Act, just no yield. Okay, let's just pass the shit. I don't want yield in. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm a creative man. I will figure out a way to make money. I don't need that fucking stablecoin shit. If that's what it takes, fuck it. Let the banks make their billions. Give me millions. Sign that fucking shit right now. BlackRock, Fidelity, and other. Here we go. BlackRock, Ondo partner. BlackRock, Fidelity, and other Wall Street giants, they back the Clarities Act. Are you hearing this? Now we got, besides all the banks, now we got all of Wall Street, Franklin Templeton, Goldman Sachs, SoFi, on and on and on. The biggest names on Wall Street are lining up behind Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, marking one of the strongest public shows of support, yet for legislation. And we got the SEC on board, CFTC, the banking. It's the Democrats holding all this shit up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you've got all the fucking banks in the United States, all the investment houses on Wall Street. You got the SEC who monitors all the stock market. The SEC wants this to pass. The Commodities Future wants it to pass. Everybody, all the Republicans want it to pass. But the Democrats don't. Now, I was talking to somebody today on the phone. Want to know why the Democrats don't want it to pass? Remember how people were saying, oh, it's the banks bribing all the Democrats, right? Oh, it's fintech that bribes the Democrats. And that's all true. Most of the richest people give money to the Democrats and all that. Okay. But my friend was like, well, why aren't they passing it? But then Crypto Hulk started doing some thinking. Now, I want you to think right now, because I'm going to show you right now. Why are the Democrats not signing it? I'm going to show you right now. It's just my opinion. Who knows? Who knows? I want to, somebody tell me why the Democrats ain't passing it. All right, I'll give you the answer. Because I want you to look now. Who are the new Democrats becoming popular? Who are they? Mandami? He's a fucking communist. He wants the country to be destroyed and to start from scratch and have the government control everything. Ocasio-Cortez and the squad, that fucking Ilhan Omar, whatever fucking name is, that fucking Somali inbred pile of shit. The people, like the governor of New York. The governor of New York is on her hands and knees sucking dick so all the rich people that left and went to Florida come back. Watch her on TV. It's embarrassing. In 2022, the Democratic governor of New York's like, oh, if you don't like it, you can get out of New York. Guess what the rich people did? They got out of New York. And right now she's sucking serious to get all these Democrats back to New York. It's embarrassing. What do we got going on? Why are the Democrats not signing it? Is because these new communists like George Soros and these wacko far left anarchist people, the Democrats are getting money from these far left anarchy companies. That's why. That makes sense, huh? If you look at the Democrats with all this, the Black Lives Matter shit and all this defund the police and all this dummy shit, open the borders and shit. Do you see that? It's all these anarchy companies giving the Democrats money. Now that makes sense now, right? All of a sudden now it starts making sense because the banks are for this. All the stock market, Wall Street are for this. You've got the CFTC that want it, the SEC that wants it, the OCC, the people in charge of all the banks, they want it. Republicans want it. But why the Democrats don't want it? If the banks are or were giving the Democrats money, that would make them vote yes, right? But they're not following. The Democrats are not following the banks of the stock market, Wall Street. Why? Well, who else could be giving the Democrats money is George Soros and the anarchy little companies. Oh, now that makes sense. Look at all the new Democrat people, the Democratic hopefuls now coming up. These are all straight up communists and anarchy people. That's who's paying the Democrats now to not vote for this. They don't want the country to get better because they're all about destroying it. That makes sense. Now it's starting to make sense, right? All right. So there's that article. Now, when Elizabeth Warren was asked about the Clarities Act, she's got Trump derangement syndrome. Let's look right here. Right there. So here's Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren says the updated crypto bill, so now we're talking about the Clarities Act, does nothing to stop Trump from cashing in on his presidency. She wants the Clarities Act bill dead on arrival. Her reason is because it has to do with Trump getting rich on crypto. Oh my God, are you serious? That's her defense. Elizabeth Warren says this bill does not stop Donald Trump from cashing in on his presidency. This is called Trump derangement syndrome, and it's affecting the brains. Well, the Democrats don't have brains, but it's affecting the natural instincts of the Democrats. Has nothing to do with our whole country. Has nothing to do with the economy. Doesn't have to do with the banks. Doesn't have to do with Wall Street. Doesn't have to deal with the SEC. It has to deal with President Trump because he made money on crypto. Okay. Let me tell you something. Here's what I told this guy on the phone today. We don't have crypto laws. Let me repeat. Elizabeth Warren, you dumb bitch. We don't have crypto laws. So that means, dumb Lizzie, that there's no laws, so you can't stop the president from doing anything. All these years, he's either been involved in World Liberty Financial or crypto. Guess what, Elizabeth Warren? We don't have codified law in the United States Code, so you can't stop them right now. See, here's how dumb this bitch is. If there's no law on something, like when drones first came out, they could fly them around, and then you could fly them into airport airspace. There's no laws on that because no one knew what a fucking drone was. But then they made laws that say, this is what a drone is. You got to have definition. This is what a drone is, and you can't fly them here. We don't have laws that say, Elizabeth Warren, you dumb bitch, this is what a crypto is. This is what a utility coin is. This is what a whatever yield farming is. This is what a stable coin is. Elizabeth Warren, we don't have laws, you dumb bitch. So you can't tell somebody. See, when the drones first came out, people were buying them, flying them around. There's no definition what that shit was. Somebody made that shit up. Then they started flying them around. I think a couple of them hit airplanes. They didn't want people to die or something. So then they made laws. So if Elizabeth Warren has a fucking problem, why don't you pass some laws, bitch? Some crypto laws, you dumb whore. See, she wants to bitch about shit, but not be about it, okay? You're not going to have it both ways. That fat whore, and I'm just calling her that, whether she's fat or not, she's got a big fucking mouth. That fat whore had all these years to make crypto laws, but she doesn't say anything about Nancy Pelosi. I mean, we can look at that one. Nancy Pelosi, who beats BlackRock every year. Like, she's 100% right. Nancy Pelosi buys a crypto right before, Nancy Pelosi buys a stock right before it goes up. Nancy Pelosi sells a stock right before it dumps. She beats Warren Buffett, BlackRock, Grayscale. She beats everybody in the whole world at stock investing, Nancy Pelosi. Elizabeth Warren wasn't saying anything about that. Elizabeth Warren never wanted laws to stop Nancy Pelosi from ripping off the country. But Elizabeth Warren won't vote for crypto laws because Trump made money on it. What? I'm telling you, man, these fucking people are so fucking stupid. Creme de la creme. Crypto Hulk using some classic adjectives describing Elizabeth Warren. Fat bitch. Well, it's just, that's how I feel. Like, if I were to have to describe her, I would describe her as a fat bitch. That's would be the adjectives that I would use. All right. Well, we got about 4 minutes left, and this show is over. Let me check comments real quick, and I'll get ready for tomorrow morning. My Patreon channel. I got to make my show for the Patreon channel. Tampon Tim's like, you're too kind. Cable guy, I'm the same way. Who cares if a billionaire makes another billion? I don't care. These Democrats, when Elon Musk became a trillionaire, you know what was my opinion? I don't care. Elon Musk becomes a trillionaire. I don't fucking care. It's not good or it's not bad. It's just, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Jeff Bezos becomes a billionaire or makes, I don't care. I don't work at Amazon. I know they pay peanuts or whatever, and they don't, I don't fucking care. Don't work for them. Don't buy from them. You know how that, go buy from Walmart or something. Buy from Costco. Trump makes money. Makes almost like what, $800,000 or something. I don't care. Joe Biden, no one comment on Joe Biden and his family. The Democrats didn't say a fucking thing about Joe Biden running Burisma, helping out some company called Burisma and making money. No one comments on that. I didn't give a fuck about Joe Biden making all that money. Him and his family. Like, they don't even, like, what business do they do? Like, what do they produce? Widgets or something? No, it's called bribery. The Democrats weren't saying shit about that ever. But Trump has a legitimate business. And then Democrats are all over that. All right. The dumb shit we got to deal with, right? I'm out of here. Congratulations. You made it through a 1 hour sweat session with Crypto Hulk. We got some good information today. We're seeing what Tether's doing with Nairobi and the two cryptos they're building it on. And I'll see y'all in my next video.